At the North Face, it's never just a hike. Not if you're stuck on the same old trail. It's your chance to unearth a new kind of trail. Wide open and yours to define. An opportunity to become part of something bigger and wilder. What will you find out there? The North Face. Never stop exploring.
Kayak gets my flight, hotel, and rental car right, so I can tune out travel advice that's just plain wrong.
Bro, Skycoin. Way better than points.
Never fly during a Scorpio full moon.
Just tell the manager you'll sue. Instant room upgrade.
Stop taking bad travel advice. Start comparing hundreds of sites with Kayak and get your trip right.
Bad advice? You talking to me?
Kayak. Got that right.
This podcast is the Robots Radio Rocket Club, a program designed to help all podcasts reach their full potential. For information about joining the Robots Radio Rocket Club, check out robotsradio.net.
Welcome to the Gundam Lorecast, where we take a deep dive into the Mobile Suit Gundam series, such as the multiple timelines, mobile suits, characters, and so much more. Welcome back, pilots, to another episode of the Gundam Lorecast. I'm one of your hosts, Brandon, or also known as Ben of Temeria, and always with me is my good friend, Jesse.
How's it going, everybody?
And today we are finally bringing you the episode that we've been promising for a while.
Yeah.
Which is the gym. So this is the first mass-produced Federation suit we talked about. Because we haven't talked about a mass production from the Federation.
Not from the Federation. Because we talked about the Zaku, but...
We've talked about the Zaku and we talked about the Goof. But not the gym. So, the RGM-79GM, or aka pronounced Gym, was the first mass-produced mobile suit for the Earth Federation. It was introduced in the anime Mobile Suit Gundam. No surprise there.
Yeah.
So, in its technology and combat characteristics, the RGM-79GM was a mass-produced mobile suit based on the RX-78-2 Gundam and was designed with both the effectiveness and the ease of production in mind. Its basic frame and easily adaptable to modifications to mission-specific gym models and had a fairly high-level mobility for the time, both the Earth and in space. Had a maximum acceleration of 0.94 Gs in space, which was better than the Zaku and even the Gundam. Which shows had a lot of, mobility at the time. Especially against Zaku's, because Zaku's was the most mass-produced mobile suits, period.
Yeah.
Because, Zeon first came up with mobile suits first anyway.
Yeah.
So... On the Earth's surface, the gym was also fastened in the Zaku II. The armor of the gym was made of titanium alloy, a sturdy metal that could be refined more quickly and easier than the Gundam's Luna titanium alloy. The titanium alloy is less durable than Luna titanium alloy and is slightly lighter, which reduced the gym's overall mass compared to the Gundam's, while still being superior to the Zaku II's high-tension steel armor. The gym was also lacked the core block system utilized by the Gundam, so it was a full mobile suit frame as an entire thing, compared to the Gundam where the RX-78 could separate with the core block.
Yeah.
So the gym was primarily armed with the beam spray gun, a less powerful but compact version of the Gundam's laser beam rifle, and could still destroy mobile suits with a single shot. Early in production, the beam spray gun had yet to be mass-produced, so most gyms were equipped with various machine guns. These machine guns continued to be used by gyms later, and the machine would also use the Gundam's beam rifle when required. It can also be used as a mass production version of the Gundam's Hyper Bazooka for heavier firepower. For close combat, the Gems was armed with a beam saber and a shield similar to those used by the Gundam. Commander units sometimes featured a second beam saber. Lastly, the Gem had a pair of head-mounted 60mm Vulcan guns for intercepting missiles or stopping enemy units from closing in. So, yeah, if you wanted a mass-produced version of the Gundam, that's what this was.
Yeah.
So, there you have it.
Yeah.
Now moving into its armaments, it has obviously the 60mm Vulcan gun. So this is a basic armament used by many Federation mobile suits, similar to the Gundam. The GEM has 2 head-mounted Vulcan guns. While essentially ineffective against mobile suits' armor, they are useful in intercepting incoming missiles/rockets, destroying mobile suit sensors, and engaging lightly armored vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have the THI BSJG01 Beam Saber. So stored in the left side of the backpack. It's a small device held in the mobile suit's hands and operated and is powered by a rechargeable energy capacitor. The Beam Saber emits a blade of plasma containing an eye field that can cut through any armor not treated with the anti-beam coating. The Commander versions is outfitted with 2 Beam Sabers instead of 1. There is also a Javelin type as an option, but the supply is limited and the output is 0.3. I'm going to say Minotsky, either Minotsky wave or Minotsky watts. I don't know what the MW means.
It would just be megawatts.
Yeah, but would that make sense? I don't know if that would make sense. I don't know. Then we have the BRM 79C1 beam spray gun. So this is a handheld mega particle gun that has a lower focusing rate than a beam rifle in short range. The beam spray gun featured 3 fire modes: a basic single shot mode, a era suppression burst shot, and a wider beam focus, and a range shot with the ability to cause damage over a wide area. Now we have the BOWA XBR M79707G beam rifle. So this is the same type of beam rifle used by one of the RX-78-2 Gundam. Its firepower was equivalent to the beam cannon as a complementary battleship. However, due to the low productivity, only a small number of gems were equipped with this weapon. Now, if you were piloting a gem with this weapon, you were a god. Because one shot destroyed a Zaku easily.
Yeah.
I mean, it has the same power as a battleship's mega cannon.
Yep.
I mean, that's pretty good.
It's kind of crazy
for a mass-produced suit. Then we have the YHI YF MG100 100mm machine gun. So this is system armament for the Federation Mobile Suits Ground Forces during the 1-year war and was developed by Yashima Heavy Industries. It was an alternate model number NF GMG Type 37/100mm. Equipped the box magazine and folding stock. It has excellent rate of fire and easy to wield. It utilizes a smooth bore type barrel and elect rifling and has to be replaced after firing 3,000 rounds. The weapon could utilize 3 different types of ammunitions: heat, high explosive anti-tank, APF SDS, armor piercing fin stabilized discarding sabot, and HESH, high explosive squash head, allowing combat units to select the appropriate type to meet the operational needs. Which, for a mobile suit that's mass produced, you need options.
Yeah.
Badly. Then we have the BALS HBL03- in STD Hyper Bazooka, the general purpose and support rocket launcher platform for mobile suits with a considerable destructive power owing the high explosive yield to each warhead. The weapon was primarily used to destroy less maneuverable targets such as warships, satellites, and land battleships, bunkers, and buildings. The weapon was ultimately used by 4 main type of rounds: a space-use dual-stage booster equipped heat, a APF SDF, and a HESH, as well as a shotgun type round. Oh my god, a shotgun type missile. That sounds awesome.
It's like a cluster bug.
Yes, please give me. What the heck? That sounds amazing. And by the way, the gym uses a lot of weapons.
So many.
We have the YHI 6ML 79mm missile launcher. So this is a missile launcher system consisting of multiple missile containers fitted with a base unit. 2 to 4 missiles can be stored within each container depending on the type of warhead selected to meet the needs of operation. Then we have the HWF GMG MG79 90mm bullpup machine gun. The bullpup machine gun was a system weapon developed as a space ground dual-use projectile weapon. Though compact, its significant anti-mobile suit firepower while maintaining accuracy. Its muzzle velocity is increased due to the use of new gunpowder, and it enables it to be easily penetrated the armor of a Xeon's mobile suit. A box-like sensor system incorporating a video camera and laser sensor is installed in the top, and when the system is alongside the GM's targeting system, target acquisition capability is enhanced. Good. Then we have the Franz EF KAR 98K 75mm sniper rifle. So the mobile suit size sniper rifle with 5-round magazine. It is developed near the end of the 1-year war, and only a few are made to put in operational use. Unlike beam weapons, the shell firing rifle is unaffected by magnetic forces or solar winds. As it was a bolt action rifle, the rate of fire is poor, making it unsuitable for anti-mobile suit combat, and is best utilized for ultra long range first strike attacks, or aka guerrilla warfare.
Or assaulting things that aren't supposed to be being assaulted.
Yes. Then we have the YHI FHX 180 180mm cannon. So a cannon developed by Yashima Heavy Industries as a long-range weapon for use in the 1G environment. Has an alternative model number NFHI GMCA Type 09 dash. Its design is thought to have a reference to the Zigmat Corporation's ZIM MTK175C Magnella top cannon. It uses a 6-round box magazine that is inserted onto the top. It's just a big giant rifle.
Yeah.
It uses big giant bullets.
Yeah. It's pretty cool though.
It is cool. So the YHI ERRL Type Doc 04/380mm rocket launcher. So this is a portable large rocket launcher meant for the mobile suit. Is independently developed by Yashima Heavy Industries and used specifically in 1G environment. Also known as the Hyper Bazooka ground type, it is very versatile design and features that include targeting sensors, etc. It also uses a banana-shaped magazine that has a short barrel and to facilitate its use in a jungle/forested area. This weapon can utilize a number of different munitions, including warheads that deploy stabilizing fins after launch, and it shows that its design took many references from human-sized ground weaponry used in older eras. AKA, this is used in Mobile 8th MS Team.
Yeah.
Because that's one of the very few areas where we have jungle warfare. We have a little bit in the original Mobile Suit Gundam, but not too much.
Not a whole lot.
We have the prototype beam rifles. So this is an experimental weapon designed by the White Dingo team. Yes, you heard that right. In December, UC 0079, and the mission to intercept a GA assault carrier. In order to be usable by a GM, it was equipped with an external generator. However, it was a temperamental weapon capable of only firing a few shots. So
It just like the immediate thought is always a dingo ate my baby.
yeah, pretty much. Then we have the FADE GEL RGMM SH003 shield. So this is the basic defense armament for many Federation mobile suits. It's composed of a triple honeycomb structure made of Luna titanium, with the appearance of beam weaponry equipped Xeon mobile suits late in the 1-year war. Later models of the shield is treated with the recently developed anti-beam coating. This shield can be also served as a weapon container on its back and specialized weapon latches for mounting various weaponry, allowing spare beam sabers and beam spray guns to be carried. The shield model, marked with Federation insignia, though expensive, possessed significant durability to partner with the RGM-79 series for over 10 years. 10 years of use for this shield,
Crazy.
which is insane. It shows that they were doing something right.
Yeah.
And then we have the RGM's SSHWF/S00109 shield. So mounted on the forearm, it's a small light shield that is commonly used by the Gundam ground type and the GM ground type. Constructed by Luna titanium alloy, is designed to primarily protect the cockpit and other critical areas, and as such is a different form than the standard model. Additionally, it can be used as a close-range striking weapon in mobile suit combat. Furthermore, though launching the spikes in the ground tip of the ground, the shield can be served as a freestanding frontal defense. This also allows the mobile suit to use both hands to hold large caliber weaponry to maintain a stable firing position. Yeah. And then special equipment and features, we have the mount rack. So this is an optional weapon mount installed on the right side of the backpack, and it's for storing the hyper bazooka when not in use. We have the parachute pack. So this is an optional backpack equipment for paradrop missions from the Midra transport plane. It contains 3 parachutes and 4 thrusters to help them making the safe descent to the ground. Once touchdown has been accomplished, the backpack would be ejected and would be no longer hinder the mobile suit in combat. And we have the Corvette booster, which is like a booster. It's another optional backpack, which is just a booster pack to help it fly, because the GM doesn't have flight capabilities, so it's for aerial combat, essentially. So, yeah. Well, that's armaments and all the cool technology and stuff. But let's thank our listeners, take a quick mid-break, go over some awesome news, because there was a lot of Gundam news over the week, this past week, so stay tuned for that.
No one goes to Hank's for his spreadsheets. They go for a darn good pizza. Lately, though, the shop's been quiet, so Hank decides to bring back the $1 slice. He asks Copilot in Microsoft Excel to look at his sales and costs and help him see if he can afford it. Copilot shows Hank where the money's going and which little extras make the dollar slice work. Now Hank has a line out the door. Hank makes the pizza, Copilot handles the spreadsheets. Learn more at m365copilot.com/work.
At first, I didn't think it was real. I woke up to this blinding light, and I was transported to another place. Pluto TV! Then I heard a voice.
Come with me if you want to live.
There were thousands of movies and shows, and they were all free. The truth is our It's just so beautiful.
On Pluto TV, free streaming of Terminator 2, Fringe, Arrow, The 100, and The X-Files may cause excitement, loss of sleep, and sudden belief in extraterrestrials. No credit cards or alien encounters necessary. Pluto TV. Stream now, pay never.
All right, welcome to the Middle Show. We're talking about everything on podcast. It's nothing to do with the lore of Gundam. Here, we want to thank all of our awesome listeners. Thank you guys so much for supporting the show and listening. And if you too want to support the show, you can go to patreon.com/GundamLoreCast, where you can get ad-free episodes or even join us once a month on the show itself. You can also leave us ratings and reviews on Apple and Spotify. Leave 5-star review on Apple with some words or a nice Spotify comment. Read out that next time on the show, which we do have a few Spotify comments today. Actually, I think we only have one. Right? Yeah, we only have Yeah, we only have one. Okay. Never mind, we don't have one. This is not a fun one. Never mind.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I don't like negative stuff. Anyway, you can also find us on a few different Discord servers, the Robots Radio Discord at robotsradio.net, as well as my Discord server, the Abandoned Friends Podcast and Discord, where you can find this show and all the shows that we host, which are the Dragon Ball Lorecast, the Final Fantasy Lorecast, Holocron History, Star Wars Canvas Legends, the Wizard World Lorecast, and the Witcher Lorecast. Okay. News. Oh my God.
There's a lot.
There's a lot of news. So, they announced, 2029 is the 50th anniversary of Gundam as a franchise and everything, because the original series came out April 7th, 1979.
Crazy.
First off, April 7th is now officially Gundam Day. So going forward, April 7th is Gundam Day. So now we have a day for the podcast to do Gundam Day stuff, I guess, which is going to be awesome. They announced in 2029 there's going to be a full remake or / remaster of the original Mobile Suit Gundam.
Yeah,
which
that's going to be exciting.
That's going to be awesome. And I'm kind of hoping they add more to it because they had to cut a lot of stuff out from the original release. So I'm hoping they add all the stuff they originally wanted to have in the show back in it because Gundam has gotten so much popular over 50 years. So that happened. They announced, what else did they announce? Gundam Wing is getting something new, animated. We don't know yet. We don't know what yet, but we know it's happening. And then Mobile Suit Gundam Freedom Zero is going to be coming out theatrical in Japan soon, which is a prelude to the Freedom film. And then, what's the other? Gundam Con. Which, first off, starts in 2027, starts next year, worldwide. This is a worldwide convention, not in just Japan. So, yes, us in the West, aka the USA, will be able to experience this. We don't know when or we don't know where yet, but hopefully somewhere near me and Jesse so we could go. That'd be awesome. Like that. I mean, if it needs to be in, if it needs to be in Chicago, but that's fine.
There's a Gundam base there.
There's a Gundam base. Then they did have some sad news, or there was a new featurette, animation featurette. I don't know if you watched it. A boy and his Gundam. It literally. I started tearing up towards the end. I was like, oh my god, this is giving me all the feels. I relate to this older guy in this animated throwback. Oh my god,
oh no,
it's called A Boy and His Gundam. I think that's what it's called. It's really good. It's only like maybe 5 minutes long. Really cool, really good animation because they also even animated a lot of the older the older Gundams
for
it with their pilots and the new animation style, which is really cool.
It was beautiful.
I also did like how when they were showing all the mobile suits through the timeline, like they used the Kira from G-Quix as the whole representation. Oh, the multiverse.
Yeah.
Kind of a thing.
That was pretty cool.
Which is pretty cool. And I was like, oh, okay, I like how they did that at least.
Yeah.
And then there was some sad news. The Unicorn Gundam in front of the Gundam base is going to be retiring later this year.
It's very sad.
Though I have a very strong feeling the reason they're taking it down, there's going to be a new Gundam going up.
New RX-78 time.
Generally, when they take one down when they take down one of the statues, they replace it with something else. So, and it's probably they'll probably put it with Gundam Con, or generally they might even do it around the 50th anniversary. It's like, hey, here's a new RX-78, or here's a new, the new Gundam that's going to be from the new series that they would do, or something like that. And, they also said the live action Gundam film is starting filming. So there's that as well. We'll see how that goes.
I do not.
We'll see how that goes. We'll talk about it when it happens.
I'm interested, but I'm concerned. And we'll leave it at that for now.
Yeah, I don't blame you. All right. Well, with that, let's get back into the gym.
One crunchy bite of a Hershey's cookies and cream bar, and I'm taken right back to college move-in day. I was a little overwhelmed by the newness of it all. Boxes were everywhere, I needed a break from unpacking. But just as I was able to take a breath and open my Hershey's cookies and cream bar, my new roommate Rachel walked in. I offered her a piece, but she said no. Then after a beat, she said, actually, those are my favorite ones. We laughed. The ice was broken, and we've been friends ever since.
Hershey's. It's your happy place. This episode is brought to you by Redfin. You're listening to a podcast, which means you're probably multitasking. Maybe even scrolling home listings on Redfin. Saving homes without expecting to get them. But Redfin isn't just built for endless browsing. It's built to help you find and own a home. With agents who close twice as many deals, when you find the one, you've got a real shot at getting it. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
So now we have the history of the gem. So, at the onset of the One-Year War, the Earth Federation did not take the mobile suit threat seriously, which shows. This was until the Principality of Xeon's military completely outmaneuvered and decimated the Earth Federation space forces with their Zaku IIs. As Xeon forces laid siege to Earth, the Federation developed several prototype mobile suits. The most notable was the RX-78-2 Gundam, from which emerged Earth Federation's first mass-produced mobile suit, the RGM-79 GEM. Faster and more agile than the Zaku II, both in space and on Earth, the GEM would serve the Federation's primarily mobile suit throughout the war, and would later become the basis for their mass production mobile suits for over 15 years, which shows they did something right.
Yeah.
To compensate for Xeon's initially being more experienced in mobile suit warfare, the Federation started with a quantity over quality approach. By the time of the GEM's true introduction in the Battle of Jaburo, the Xeon had already begun production of the Dom, a mobile suit that performed slightly better than the GEM, but was not appreciably more survivable or deadlier. So, it was better, but not as it was slightly better than the Zaku and the gems, but not crazy.
Yeah.
So when the war went back into space, the gem actually outperformed the Rickdoms in most ways, and but were outperformed later by the Gelgugs. Unfortunately for Xeon, the Rickdoms would be produced in few numbers, and the Gelgugs would not be deployed until the last 2 weeks of the war. Which doesn't really help them in the war.
No.
By the time the Goku entered the service, most Xeon pilots were fresh recruits who were up against a superior number of battle-hardened Federation counterparts. The situation also plagued the surviving Zaku IIs and even the Zaku Is that were forced to soldier on due to the scarcity of new mobile suits. These factors would ensure the Federation's victory become guaranteed. Yeah, because towards the end of the war, Xeon was losing so much resources.
Yeah.
They couldn't produce anything, and also it didn't help they make the big Zom. So there was that too.
All their freaking resources on that giant thing.
Mm-hmm. And it gets destroyed.
Yeah.
So the gem marked the beginning of the RGM series that remained in the mainstay for the Federation's mass production suits until the end of the Federation itself. The gem line was the first established through the gem early type, a prototype version that would be set up for the basic gem. The basic gem frame would later be updated and upgraded into the Gem 2 during the mid-UC 0080s and would become one of the most heavily modified mobile suits, spawning many variants until finally becoming superseded by the Jigen in the UC 0090s.
Yeah.
And the Jigen's awesome, by the way. That's a really cool mass-produced suit. Not gonna lie. And then we have multiple variants of the gem. So we have the gem underground type, the gem cold districts type, the land combat type gem, the gem light armor, the gem sniper custom, the gem sloop, the gem night seeker, and the Gefanger.
Gefangener.
Is that German? That sounds like German.
Gefangener. Yeah, it definitely is German.
Yeah, go figure. Some of these I have in Battle Operations too. Like the Night Seeker is pretty sweet, and the Sniper Custom is also pretty cool. For a tactics-based shooter style of a game, the gems are pretty nice. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
The gems are actually nice in those games. Most other games, German, not so much.
It is German. It is German for prisoner or captive.
Oh, that's interesting. What's it look like? It's like a...
it's a Xeon gem.
That makes sense now. What's the name?
Yeah.
That makes a lot more sense. Okay.
Yeah. So it's just a gem, but in Xeon colors.
And camoed.
Yeah.
Has camo on it, which is interesting.
Yeah.
And then we have some notes and trivia. So it was never explicitly stated in any official material that the GEM is an abbreviation according to Gundam Sentinel 0079. GM is an abbreviation of Gundam Type Mass Production Model. While the manual of the Master Grade GM version 2.0 suggests that GEM stood for General Mobile Suit or Gundam Model. All right. Another possible term created behind the scenes would be Japanese Gundam Modoki, which is meaning Gundam lookalike. Additionally, the pronunciation of the GEM's name as Jim and not GM is possibly a parallel of sorts to the Zaku's alleged derivative Japanese term, Zako. In the GEM's case, the term might be Jimmy, meaning plain/simple, presumably referring to the overall design that is simple and cheap compared to the ARC-78-2 Gundam. All right. Yeah, that also makes quite a lot of sense because the GEMs are very simplistic design.
Some of the customized ones look ridiculous.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely.
The underground type just has drills on its arms.
Uh-huh. Because it's literally there just to drill. By the way, they use these GEMs and like outfit them just to do labor work too.
Yeah.
Because why not? It's cheaper that way.
Yes.
This is a GEM destroyed by Char's Zigok commander type in episode 29 of Mobile Suit Gundam, was shown holding a beam rifle while charging at it, but was then shown to hold a beam spray gun instead when it was impaled by the Zigok's Colossus. The animation error was not fixed even in the compilation movie. Well, they just kept it. Okay, that's fair. If you have a mistake, just own it, I guess. So the GEM later type, the Hajime Kaikoki design RGM-79 GEM featured in Model Graphics Sentinel 0079 Mecha Design Series, would later serve as the basis for the GEM Type C featuring Mobile Suit Gundam 0083 Stardust Memory OVA. The GEM's creation and exploits were another element in the first Gundam series that parallels World War II history. As equivalent of the American M4 Sherman tank that was the Soviet T-34 tank, both the Sherman and T-34 were mass-produced in 10,000s, easily overwhelmed their enemy counterparts. Both of them were also technologically superior to their mass-produced enemy counterparts, the Panzer III and IV of World War II, and the MS-05 Zaku I and Zaku II from Mobile Suit Gundam. However, the M4 Sherman and the T-34 lacked the firepower to kill their more advanced adversaries, the Tiger I, Panther, and Tiger II, with a single shot, unlike the GM beam spray gun that could destroy a Gelgoog or Dom in one shot. These Zeon mobile suits could destroy the GEM in 1 or 2 shots. I do like that parallel. I really like how the first series is literally just a parallel to World War II.
Yeah.
It's literally what
really
it
is.
It's all it is. Which is funny because Japan was the opposing side in World War II.
Yeah.
Which is very interesting, but yeah, that happened. So the GEM in Mobile Suit Gundam Silver Phantom is based on the altered version of Mobile Suit Gundam, the Origin version. And Silver Phantom is funny enough, the VR
movie,
game,
yeah.
The VR game / movie. The front skirt armor of the GEM is subjected to artistic I can't talk today.
Interpretation.
Thank you, God. While its origin lineup presents a single piece of armor, it's commonly presented as being separated in various other works, aka model kits.
Yeah.
And then in SD Gundam series, the GEM is usually depicted as the most numerous mobile suit, fitting the role for both civilians and foot soldiers of protagonist sides. Yeah. There's a lot of GEMs in SD Gundam.
I want them to do a new SD Gundam, and I want Jim to voice the GEMs.
Oh my God.
This is what I want now.
Oh my God, yes. Oh my God, yes. Do a remake of SD Gundam. Where's Captain Gundam from? SD Gundam.
Super World Hero,
Super Defender Force or something like that. Yeah, and
Special
do a whole remaster of that. Bring back some of the original voice actors, but bring some new ones in. And if you see Jim from the podcast that we had on the podcast, voice all the Jims.
I want him to be the voice of every Jim.
Oh my god, that would be amazing. I would love that. He would die laughing too. Oh my god. So, and then several alternate universe Gundam series would feature tributes to the Jim, including the Daughters in After War Gundam X, the Strike Dagger and Mobile Suit Gundam Seed, the Wingdom in Seed of Destiny, the Geonace in Gundam Age, and the Nobubushi in G Fighter. Yeah. And that is what we have on the Jim. Which is pretty cool. It's fun. Mass-produced suits. I mean, if you play, Gundam Breaker. Well, if you play Gundam... I can't say Gundam Breaker 4 because you start with the RX-78, which is whatever.
Yeah.
Gundam Breaker 3, you start as a Jim 3. With some custom parts from, like, the Exia.
Yeah.
Specifically one of its swords. But that's it. Which is pretty funny.
Yeah,
generally, you start as a Jim in most Mobile Suit games because it's the basic of basics.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all we have. Do you have any final thoughts or anything?
No, not this week.
Okay. All right. Well, everybody, thank you again for listening to the Gundam Lorecast, and remember, pilots, stay safe out there. Thank you for listening to the Gundam Lorecast. You can find us on the Robots Radio Discord at robotsradio.net, the Ben and Friends Podcasting Discord, where you can share how you got into the Gundam series, and you can even find us on Twitter at Gundam Lorecast, and even email us at gundamlorecast@outlook.com.